23 will be admitted.
Your Honor, may we publish this video?
You may publish.
Thank you.
Is that something coming up?
Yeah, all at 450, so it should be back to
Whoa, right here, line flight right here. Hold the station. Here, I got 10 of it right here on the side of the street, too. Look, right here. Yep. Hey, Cameron, where you at? Who's running the show over there at the front? We started tracking with the hound, came down maybe 100 yards with that. On the right-hand side, we got a lot of blood over here. Just let you know what we got so far. We get somebody got here like this. Good job, Chippers.
Yeah, that's all.
See this tree right here? This big oak tree, big oak tree, on the other side of it is just as much blood. That's what I'm thinking. What's that? No, because it's going to distract them, honestly. Yeah, this, I can keep it back up inside here. I think it's right inside here somewhere.
Okay, Deputy. Earlier on in that video, there was some traffic, or there's some conversation. Was a portion of that traffic or conversation with the air service above?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had asked if they had called aviation yet, and then they said yes.
All right. I don't think I have any other questions. Thank you very much, Deputy Pulido.
Yes.
Oh. I'm sorry, there's additional video.
That's right.
No objection.
Okay. Was this part of the, it's already admitted?
It is.
Okay.
All right, that concludes the video. I have no further questions, Deputy Pulido. I'll pass this to you, Sean.
Ross, do you have an answer?
Good morning, Deputy.
Good morning.
Canine Champ can only track the one scent that you have him sniff, right?
That's what I'm asking him to.
So if
Yes.
there was a second or a third person who had been going through those same woods, he wouldn't be tracking that because you wouldn't have had him sniff their blood or any of their scent, right?
He shouldn't be.
Okay. And he didn't here. He only tracked the one scent of the blood that you had him sniff, right?
To my knowledge, he led me from one blood spot to the next.
Okay. Now, once you got to that large amount of blood, there was enough on two separate spots that you actually thought we might be near somebody, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's why you pulled out Champ, for his
Yes.
own safety, because you don't know what you're going to run into, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I know you were off putting Champ away, but you did in fact see Matthew Terry being taken out at some point, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you saw that he actually had to be sort of held up by another deputy and walked out, right?
Yes, ma'am.
He had blood on him.
What I believe to be blood. Yes, ma'am.
He was injured.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And he was staggering and had to be helped to the ground by that other deputy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Could I just have a moment, Your Honor?
Absolutely.
One other question for you, just because in the video it looks like it was bright and well lit. This was very dark, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You couldn't even see feet in front of you, right?
Well, there are some street lights down there, so it's a little bit illuminated, but it's not bright like in this courtroom at all.
Okay. And it was dark enough that you couldn't see the person who ended up being Matthew Terry just feet in front of you when you had Champ out there, right?
Correct, because that was way off the road in the woods, and there are no lights inside there. And you could see by the video where my flashlight was actually shining at right
Sure.
there. That's as far as I could see.
And you all the officers out there had to use flashlights to try to get some illumination in those woods.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned the roadway, Lithia Pinecrest. That is a large, well-traveled road, right?
It's a 2-lane road, and yeah, it's pretty heavily traveled.
Thank you.
Yes,
Nothing
ma'am.
further.
Redirect?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Excused, released, I mean? Released, and defense released?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Pulido. You may step down. You may be released as a witness at this time, and I'll ask the state to please call your next witness.
Yes, Your Honor, the state would call Deputy Robert B.